Blockchain being the internet of money. It means that money and value can be transferred between any two people directly without an intermediary involved. What blockchain payments allows us to do is to allow those overseas Filipinos to send money back home to the Philippines and to get that money to the end recipient without the use of expensive traditional remittance providers. I think the recognition of blockchain technology by big financial institutions is actually a good thing for the industry. It gives validation that this is actually a disruptive technology and that there is value in using it to provide services and to do things that were previously too slow or too cost inefficient. Things that involve transfer of value, settlement, things that were typically done by banks in a very inefficient manner can now be streamlined. I believe for the industry as a whole, for fintech firms, this is a benefit because it boosts the ecosystem. It actually makes easier to have investors more comfortable with the idea that this is not some trend of the moment and temporary technology that will disappear anytime soon, and that people are taking this seriously. For CoinsPH, we are providing people that don't have access to traditional banking services the ability to use their money online for the first time. And we do this by building our platform on top of mobile and blockchain technology and leveraging existing physical retail locations to make it easy for our users to deposit and withdraw money from their accounts with us. What this means in the Philippines is that a user that is using CoinsPH has the ability to walk into any major bank, remittance center, or even some convenience stores such as 7-Eleven to make a deposit or withdrawal from an account with us. By doing this, we're making it extremely convenient for a user that otherwise would not be allowed to open a bank account even if they wanted to, the ability to actually use financial services online through us. Also leveraging on this large cash distribution network that we've built through our financial partners, we can allow overseas Filipinos to actually remit money using the blockchain and get that money to the recipients that they want to send money to. If you're talking about a in-store transaction, right, and you face the choice between cash and a new technology that you are not yet familiar with, and that transaction could take on the order of several seconds, say, right? In such a situation, don't have a large enough pain point to switch over to using this new technology that they may not know so much about. The pain threshold isn't quite that high. Take another example though, and take the same person, but instead of trying to make a payment at a store, they're actually trying to send money to their relatives thousands of miles away across country borders. That pain is significantly higher. You're talking about transaction settlement times that are on the order of magnitude of days, right? And in order for that person, the recipient, to receive your money, if you do a traditional banking wire. Now all of a sudden, the instant transaction through the blockchain may not seem like such a wild and crazy idea because it's able to lower the settlement times by such a huge percentage compared to a more traditional means of sending money overseas. That same person now is probably a little bit more motivated to be able to get their money to their destination faster. And not only that, remittances globally, on average, cost about 7 to 8% of the value that is being sent. A good way to think about this is it's actually 1 out of 12. 1 month of every 12 months that you're working outside the country is spent on fees, simply moving value from one country to the next. With blockchain, the fees on that same transaction go from 1 month of your salary to basically almost zero. If you look at the problem that we're trying to solve at CoinsPH in the Philippines, it's really an emerging market problem, not a Philippine problem. We're talking about a large percentage of the population that don't have access to traditional banking services, and this is a problem that is not going to go away anytime soon. The reason why there's such a big number of people that don't have access to banking is built into the cost structure that's inherent in traditional banking itself. In the traditional bank, you have physical locations that you need to maintain, and these have a cost. Everything from employing the people to building the branch to hiring armored trucks to move money around. That is why the banks maintain a minimum amount of money for any new account. Unfortunately, most of the Filipinos do not meet these minimums, and so as a result, even if they wanted an account, they can't get it. CoinsPH represents a low-cost way for these same people to access financial services online, and it's a problem that is shared by many Southeast Asian countries. In the coming years, you can expect us to expand our platform and our presence in several other countries that meet the same demographic profile.